We are all told to look on the bright side, to keep our heads up, but sometimes I wonder, is it better to dream big and to see the world for what it really is? Every day I walk this path between what I hope for and what I know. And maybe, just maybe, the truth lies somewhere in between. Is it wrong to hope, even when the world says otherwise? Writing down my dreams feels like holding on to something precious. But sometimes it's hard not to wonder if I'm just setting up myself for disappointment. Up here, the world feels endless, full of possibilities. But with all that space comes the fear of falling. And that's where the doubt creeps in. This stone, worn smooth by the ocean, reminds me that life shapes us, whether we like it or not. The question is, do we let it break us, or do we let it make us stronger? Maybe being shaped by life isn't a bad thing. Maybe it's how we become who we were meant to be. These flowers, they bloom every year, no matter what. They don't worry about the storms. They just keep growing. Maybe there's a lesson here. Life throws storms at us, sure. But if these flowers can find a way to bloom, why can't we? I want to be like them, growing through whatever life throws at me, finding beauty even in the hardest times. Because maybe that's what real strength is. There's something about the ocean that always makes me feel small in a good way. Like my worries aren't as big as they seem. Maybe that's why we are drawn to the ocean. It reminds us that life is bigger than our fears. Is it really that bad to hope, even when the future is uncertain? Maybe hope is what keeps us going. It's easy to be cynical, to say that hope is foolish. But I think it takes more strength to believe in something better, even when the world says you shouldn't. Because maybe hope isn't about ignoring the dark parts of life. Maybe it's about finding the light within them and holding on to it, no matter what. Lighthouses guide us when the night is dark and the path unclear. Maybe that's what hope is. A light that keeps us going when we are lost, even when we are unsure of where it is leading. Maybe the light we follow doesn't need to show us the whole path. Maybe it just needs to show us the next step. And maybe that's enough. Because step by step, with hope as our guide, we will find our way, even through the darkest nights.